Hello everyone, Lisa here, candidly speaking. How are you? I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I haven't done a show in a while, but sorry, I missed you guys though. So I wanted to talk about a couple of things. I don't know if you guys have seen Tower Heist with Eddie Murphy and Ben Stiller, and I was waiting to see the movie because I love Eddie Murphy and I like Ben Stiller. But I was very disappointed in Eddie Murphy in that movie. I was very disappointed that his role was that of a thug, and I just don't see him as a proper thug. I just every time he tries to be thuggish, it just sounds so Nutty Professor like he sounds like the mom in Nutty Professor, and then he's holding his hands up, all gay like. I couldn't. I wasn't a believer. I wasn't a believer, and I think part of good acting is to make the viewers believe that you're actually that person, and I wasn't. I wasn't a believer. So I was disappointed in that sense. And with the girl from the movie Precious, I'm glad she finally got another role that I know of. A big role in a big movie. Um, yeah, and I'm sure she's a great actress. It's just really hard to get past her Pumbaa like face. Her hippo like features. It's just really hard to get past that. It's really hard, and I know that's shallow and all that. You should look within and all that, but it's hard to look within when you can't get past the shell. Um, Love and Hip Hop. Fuck that. Before I even go into Love and Hip Hop, we're going to talk about Ridiculous. And Ridiculous is the gentleman that I just saw. Perhaps I'm late. And yeah, I know I look like shit. So what? I do. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You get that? But the stripper that was invited by Phaedra as a gift for Candy at her 35th birthday party, and Ridiculous, the stripper with this very huge and long penis. He's stripping and whatever, and then they're all in a huddle, and I guess the guy was giving himself head, and then everyone was some people were offended. Nene left. What's that other lady? The lady with the really dark skinned husband. Yeah, they left. And I think Ridiculous put his dick in someone's drink, dipped it in their cup. I don't know, but it was wild. I must say, I wish I could have seen that because I'm not sure if I would have been appalled or not. Definitely different, but I guess, Phaedra was trying to, give her a little nasty, freaky gift because Phaedra herself is a little freak, and that's cool, but I just think that maybe the timing for that particular crowd was a little distasteful, for that. I don't know if she talked to him about how extreme he should go or how far he should go with his stripper moves or whatever. But clearly they didn't talk about the limits, and if they did, evidently the conversation was no limits. But I just thought that was a little different, and I'm sure it made people feel a little uncomfortable. Chrissy, is it Chrissy or Christy? Love and Hip Hop. Jim Jones' girlfriend. I just want to say to you, Christy, I don't even know if you ever hear my little comment. I only get a couple thousand views, if that. But I just stop trying to be a boy. Stop playing the role of a man. I mean, aren't you tired of that? I mean, I get the other girl said that you grew up around a lot of guys, but that's not your role. You know, that's not your role. You're proposing to men. You want to fight all the time. That's not cute. It's not feminine. It's just not attractive. And I just want you to stop. We get it. You're great at fighting. You throw good blows. We've seen that. I've heard about you fighting before you were on the show. Can you believe that? I've heard about that already. I just want you to stop it. It's not a good look. It really isn't. I think maybe you should try and do something. Start a clothing line or a shoe line or something. Get busy and start something so you won't be so mad. What are you mad at? Because are you mad at Jim because he didn't propose and you're taking it out on everyone else? I don't know what your deal is, but just tone it down. You see, Joel's his girlfriend. She doesn't act all wild and like you. you know. She's very pretty. She's tries to keep it ladylike, you know. But you're just, I guess you're sad deep down inside. And maybe you just need a good shoulder to cry on. Or hang around some girls, you know, more girls, and just, I don't know, take a couple of etiquette or modeling classes. I don't know. I don't know what your deal is. Basketball Wives, LA, the reunion. And everybody was getting on Jackie, you know, saying she's kooky. I hate that word, kooky, and crazy, and how she's flipping the script, and she says this. And that might be, Jackie may be a little off, but I can tell you this is what I think. I think that maybe she is off, but at the same time, I also think that the ladies on the show, how many wives is it? It's just one, right? Jackie? Who else is married? Nobody, right? Um, I think they were talking about each other behind each other's backs and relaying certain things to Jackie. And then I think with when the shit hit the fan, or whenever they just said, you know, fuck it, let's reconcile, let's all be friends, no one really wanted to surface. No one really wanted their comments to surface, you know, and I think she kind of brought them to light, and then everyone just turned on her. I mean, I still think, you know, she's a little off in her own way, but I don't think she's as off as everyone is trying to make it seem. And I also think that John Sally, as the host, was a little disrespectful. So I'm not really sure how cool he is with her husband, but evidently not too cool, because he was just taking the girls' sides. And I don't know. I just don't think she's as crazy as everyone wants her to be. I believe these girls were talking about each other, and she knows exactly what each and every one of them said. Shawnee, she has another show coming out. I don't know if you guys seen it, with the baseball wives. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Shawnee is truly, truly a pimp. I love it. I love it. So good luck to you, Shawnee, with that one. I don't know if you guys have heard about the pretend doctor in Florida, a transgender doctor posing as a doc, charging $700 a pop for cement butt injections. So the doc is administering these injections, and their butt is now filled with cement. So it's a hard block in there, and he or she is sealing up the incision, I guess, with Fix-A-Flat, you know, which you fix flat tires with. So yeah, just not sure if you guys heard of that or not. So that's really what I wanted to talk to you about, just what was going on in the now. Not really much, but I promise I do see those questions, and I do see those topics you guys have given me. I really do, no matter if they're a little old, and I promise I will touch on them. So I mentioned that I love Birdman. I do, and Wale and Wiz. I do. Birdman, I don't know, I was just listening to one of his songs in the car, and I was just thinking of his simple lyrics. Like, he says the same thing over and over. Yeah. And I just love it. You know, he doesn't get anyone to write his rhymes. He has all these talented rappers on his team, but he insists on writing these rhymes. Although in every rap song, he's saying the same thing. He's spitting fire flame. He's slinging these whole things, and yeah, that's all he says. He's spitting fire flame, and he's slinging them things. But I love it, honestly. I'm being funny, but I actually enjoy it. So don't change a thing about that, Berman. Really, don't get anybody to write your shit, because I like the simplicity in your raps and the repetitiveness. All right, so thanks for listening. Gonna go now. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Look up, not down, and broaden your fucking horizons. Peace.